The Sidemen are a YouTube collective known for posting various content which consists of sketches, video game commentaries, and challenges across their various channels. The group formed back in October 2013 and have since made waves in the world of social media and self-made content, amassing a pretty big following along the way. Today we are discussing the secrets behind the group and all of their successes, so don't go anywhere. First up, who exactly are the Sidemen? Let's see. The group consists of 7 friends who all knew each other in various different ways before forming what we know as the Sidemen today, consisting of members known as KSI, Vicstar123, TBJZL, Bazinga, Zerka, Mimiminter, and W2S. They formed back in October 2013. Some of the boys met at Bexley Grammar School, and some others knew each other from Berkhamsted School in Hertfordshire, England. However, they all came together for the first time in a Rockstar Games social club group, which all came about in Grand Theft Auto Online. Originally known as the Ultimate Sidemen, Zerka, aka Joshua Bradley, then met WS2, Harry Lewis, at a FIFA event in New York and encouraged him to meet the rest of the guys and ultimately join the group. Around this time, the group were asked where the name originated from, with Miniminter, Simon Minter, explaining that the Sideman is basically just someone's who follows them around and does things for them, alluding to the fact that he himself was KSI's sideman. And shortly after their formation, prominent members of the group all moved into the Sidemen house in London, where they worked on their future content. Since then, the group has been wildly successful and currently has more than 130 million subscribers across their group channels, as well as their individual ones. What have you guys made of the success of the Sidemen? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. So let's discuss the secrets behind their success, starting with the group's diversity. One click on one of the Sidemen videos will quickly show you what we mean here. Nowadays, it's important to give opportunity to all, and YouTube collectives are no different. Diversity is key, especially in this day and age, and the group has this aspect down, with members coming from all sorts of backgrounds and different racial heritage, which is great to see. Gone are the days where white men dominate the entertainment field, and rightly so. But it's not just the diversity of the members which has been commended, it's also their content. Of course, it's good to build a niche, and this can help you corner a specific market and fan base. But what happens when this fan base grows tired of the gimmick? Well, it can end in your whole business going under. The Sidemen had this angle sorted, however, and realized the importance in having diverse content. Having started off as a group who simply played online games together, they evolved into challenges, vlogs, and other interesting content after seeing what other online collectives were doing. And it is this continual forward motion which has added to their success. Can you imagine if they were just doing the same old tired content again and again? Boring. They have now moved into things like Sidemen Tinder, which just adds to their portfolio of cool, interesting, and funny content. What is the best thing the group do, in your opinion? Next up, one key rule the group go by: stay with us to hear about it. One of the reasons they have been so successful is, first of all, they have no one behind the scenes telling them they have to do this or that, and second, they are all unapologetically themselves. In whatever sort of videos they choose to put out, we can see their own distinct personalities shining through, which only serves to add to their popularity and charm. These guys are authentic, and everything they put out is relatable to their followers, which they wouldn't be able to achieve by acting like something they were not. One of the best examples of this is their channel Sidemen Reacts, in which they record their legitimate reactions to things such as viral videos or just any funny content. The best thing about this is that it's completely unscripted, and when they laugh, they're not trying to convince anyone that the video is funny. You can just tell it is by how natural the whole process is. Add in their sense of humor and you have a recipe for some real, watchable content, which is only going to send their views through the roof. Being yourself on camera is pretty daunting, we get it, but the Sidemen have shown that as long as you have no problems being yourself and don't hold back, then you can achieve anything you want. It's also a great way to get your audience to truly connect with you and what you're trying to do. Give it a go. Building your brand is also pretty important. Brand awareness is one of the most powerful drivers of success in almost all industries, and the Sidemen are no different. I mean, you're currently watching a video about the Sidemen, right? If they hadn't built their brand up to what it is today, you probably wouldn't even have heard of them. In whatever they do, they use the Sidemen brand, whether that be their multiple YouTube channels, the house they live in, social media accounts, and even their clothing brand. It's all got Sidemen somewhere in the branding, which is imperative in its success. There is nothing the members of the group do which isn't in accordance with the brand, and everything everything they do is with the group's name in mind. However, it's important to remember that people aren't buying into the name. I mean, it's not exactly Dolce & Gabbana at this point, right? Their fans are buying into their authenticity and the real friendships they see in the videos. That realness we see online is their real brand, but it is only possible by building up the Sidemen name simultaneously. If you're planning on delving into the world of YouTube as a career and want to sample a modicum of success, it's imperative to know what your brand is early on and build on that with everything you do. And we mean everything. It all has to have the brand in mind, otherwise there's no point. Do any of you guys have any tips for building your brand? Next up, they have figured out a balance between trends and originality. There is a very, very fine line between jumping on whatever bandwagon is popular this week and being original. Actually, following trends blindly can completely risk your originality, so you need to know how to play this balancing act correctly. And the Sidemen have this aspect down to a T. As we all know, one of the reasons they're so successful is because of the personality and unique style they have brought to their videos. And at this point, they have no problem jumping on a current trend, as they always give their take on whatever they're talking about and add their own little piece of uniqueness. You will often see popular trends in their videos, but always under their terms and with their own added twists. There is no plagiarism of content where these guys are concerned. You might remember the seemingly never-ending YouTube videos on the Among Us trend. Now go and check out the boys' take on that and you will see what we mean. The thing with trends is that everyone knows about whatever it is that is trending that week, so to stand out from the crowd, especially in the competitive world of YouTube content making, you need to be doing something different. You will fast become just another YouTube channel if you become boring and predictable, and what makes these guys so special is that they always leave a bit of room for something unexpected, which is great. What's your favorite Sidemen video? And finally, we're discussing some other projects the guys are involved in. As you will know, the boys have their fingers in many different pies. As well as their quality YouTube content, they of course have their clothing line, as well as their very own book detailing their rise and some of the bits and pieces they had done up until its release. They are also heavily involved in philanthropy, and in 2018 put on their own charity football matches at the Valley twice, home of Charlton Athletic as well as Southampton St. Mary's, raising almost £400,000 for young minds and Charlton's own community trust, which is pretty great. I'm sure you'll all agree. The boys have also launched their own subscription service known as Side Plus, as well as dipping their collective toes into the hospitality sector by launching a restaurant chain called Sides. We see what they did there. And their own vodka known as XIX Vodka. It seems as though anything these guys put their minds to is a hit, and we can only see their brand skyrocketing from here. Have you guys had Sides or tried the group's vodka yet? Let us know below. As always, thanks for joining us today, and remember to stop by again next time when we will be reviewing all sorts of different bits and pieces. And why not do us a favor by liking and sharing today's video whilst also subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on more great bits in the future. Bye guys.